Okay. Now I think we're up. I guess some people can see the stream like as it's happening. All right. Oh, this is cool. I have not done this in a while. I'm gonna close my laptop because it's loud. Whoa. Did that break everything? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Hello, Stinky. Hi, Maddie. uh, all right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna get back to drawing. Hello, welcome. Oh, whoa. I just messed up my tablet. All right, I gotta fix that real quick. Hi. Oh, wow. There's everybody. Cool. Hey, hey. Hello, Peppa. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna do this on the top screen. This is kind of sketchy. How are you? I'm good. I'm social distancing right now. I'm just, chilling by myself. Having a good Hello? Maybe it was this that screwed it up? Alright, I think it's working. I just don't know. Sorry guys, I'm new at streaming. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Okay, let's see. Whoa, wrong display. Display 1. Nope, display 2. Display 2. Display. There we go. And then we put, whoops. Yes, I would like to do this, please. All right. Cool, I think I can only hear in left ear. Oh no! The audio must be on. Oopsie. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the heads up. I think that mono. Okay, that should fix it. Cool. All right. I think we're back in business. Oops. All right. Cool, cool. So as it turns out, I kind of suck at drawing. Hi. Yeah, wow. I forgot how cool streaming is. I need to do this more. Saber? Get out of here, you rascal. Shouldn't you be uploading a TikTok? I love you too, Saber. I miss you a lot. Boy, you know I'm already subscribed to you. Get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Does this drawing for your... So, yes and no. I decided this morning that I was going to warm up and get ready to flame me, Saber. I decided to warm up this morning by doing my first animated TikTok. So, yes, I will be working on the new video as well. But I'm also working on a TikTok. Do you have TikTok? I do. Yep. It's an unfortunate addiction, but yeah. Yeah, TikTok is my heroine right now. I've gotten pretty hooked. I don't know how well this stream is doing, so I'm just gonna assume that it's working and draw a bunch and then look up occasionally, and if it's not working, I'll try to fix it. Because I'm still super new at this. I'm gonna try to adjust this. Ah! Screw YouTube, everyone should go on TikTok. I was telling a friend the other day, I think it's super cool how TikTok will cater the content to the user. Like with YouTube, I still see a ton of stuff that I never asked to see. With TikTok, I get on and I'm immediately like hooked on it because it knows exactly what I want to see. Oh, my mom's listening? Oh, cool. Great. Yeah. Yeah, no, I really like streaming. I've always wanted to do it more. The improvise and pray animation type. Yeah. Yeah. What is your name on TikTok? It's Elimations with an underscore at the end, because somebody stole my name. Coming from my brand. Sorry if my laptop is like stupid loud. I don't think it's built to do this exactly, and I ended up having to get rid of my desktop computer, which I otherwise would have used for this, but what is your name on TikTok? Yep. TikTok, have you lost your mind? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I'm just doing my best to stay sane right now, and I think that this whole thing is a great opportunity for me to get some stuff done that I've had to kind of put off for a while. So, best believe there will be hopefully more than one new video out relatively soon. Your ADHD helped me a lot, thanks. You're welcome. I really love that video. I think that's my favorite one that I've put out. And going into it, it was a thing of like, I wanted to make a video that would have helped me when I was a kid. Like, I wanted to make the video that I wish I would have seen, because I know the kind of self-doubt that can come from those sort of things. And I'm really thrilled about the response to that video. I genuinely really just wanted to help people with it, and I think the video accomplished that, and I'm really stoked about it. I am working on a part 2, because I think just as important as mentally learning to live with ADHD, learning to live with it, socially and professionally can be a challenge as well. And I think that there's still a lot left to talk about there. I want to kind of dive into the methods that I have used to make living with ADHD a bit easier. Like, you know, and the other thing with that, and I kind of addressed it in the ADHD video, everyone's method is different, so I want to try to make a video to give people some strategies that might work, because the things that you see online might work for one person but might not work for another, because everyone's brain is very different. So I'm very excited to get that one out after, I think, maybe this next video? Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm wrapping up working on one about lucid dreaming, which I'm very excited about. I learned to lucid dream for a video, and then I animated my dreams. It turns out lucid dreaming is really tricky, but I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I'm wrapping up, or today I'm going to try to wrap up like all the principal drawing and animation. So there's some things in the works. There are a lot of things that I'd like to do with this time. Because ordinarily I would be in school. And I'm not in school right now. So I figure, why not go crazy, go stupid, and get some stuff out. This kid's shoes look like dinner rolls. I say this kid, but it's me. I really love it. In the 10th anniversary book for Calvin and Hobbes, there's a foreword by Charles Schulz, and he says one of his favorite things about Calvin and Hobbes as a comic strip is how Calvin's shoes look like dinner rolls, and I haven't been able to unhear that since, and now I make an effort to draw my characters with dinner roll shoes. I also want to start doing some more like traditional art. And I say traditional, but I really want to be doing just more digital art, just like still pieces. Because I have a lot of story ideas that I don't think would necessarily be YouTube videos, but are stories I might like to at least start telling visually. So this kid's got the book. Hello, Eli. Hi. Good to see ya. It's a nice morning, right? Well, I say that, but it's, you know, fully afternoon now. My circadian rhythm is so off at this point. Hey. Is that not a closed shape? What the heck? Oh, no! Oh, whew! I was worried. I've been symbol drawing the whole time. Flash is kind of annoying. Is anything else a symbol? Please say no. Oh, thank goodness. I went tubing for the first time on Thursday and love the videos. Oh, I love tubing! Ah, I got to do a bit of that this week and it was awesome. How long have you been animating? That's a tricky question, because I've been animating in different places for a very long time. So the first time I animated was probably on Flipnote Studio on the DSi when I was between the ages of about 8 and 10. And I fell in love with it. I had such a good time doing it. And after that, I got really into, and this is going to sound insane, I got really into Minecraft, and Captain Sparkles actually was what inspired me to pick up 3D animation. And so I spent middle school learning Blender, and once I'd done that, I started making 3D animations of my own that were not Minecraft related. And then in high school, my sister introduced me to some Storytime channels, and I'm like, wow, this is super fun, and I've been wanting to get back into doing 2D. So I could do this, and so I decided I would get back into doing 2D animation by doing story times just as an experiment. And people like started watching them and liking them, and I just kind of kept doing it, and now we're here. Can you explain what this TikTok is about? So, it's funny because my mom is watching the stream. She's gonna laugh at this. When I was probably 8 years old, um, I was one of those advanced reading kids, and I read a lot of books that were probably a bit too old for me. Of course, I didn't know this, but they just kept giving me all these hand-me-down books from like older cousins and relatives because they're like, "Oh, he keeps eating up books. Let's give him more." So I kept reading a ton of books, and they were often not age appropriate. And one of the books that I read was Ender's Game, and I didn't know what any of the insults meant. So one day I just decided to use one and see how it went. So I called my sister, and I'll get more into it in the actual video, but I called my sister um, a word that started with B, and it's not the word that you'd think. Um, it's what Jon Snow is. Yeah, so I used that word, and I called my sister that, and she started crying, my mom started screaming, I started crying, and that's what this TikTok is about. It's a short story time about the first time I ever used a swear word. And I just thought the story was funny, so I thought maybe the people of TikTok would get a kick out of it. Any tips on where to start animating? Yeah, I mean, if you really want to learn the principles, you don't even really need software to do it. You just need a pad of sticky notes, and you can do those little flip books. I Everybody says to start with the fundamentals. I would recommend just getting access to anything that can animate. Right? You can do it with a cracked version of Photoshop. You can do it with GIMP. There are tons of free programs out there for any device you're on. Even like an Android phone, you can find things to animate with. And I would recommend starting there, learning to draw digitally first, and then learning the principles. Because everyone's like, learn the principles, the principles. And I'm like, what good is squashing and stretching if you can't, um, you know, figure out how to like hold a digital pencil or copy and paste. So get really comfortable with whatever environment you're using to do the work, and then learn some of the fundamentals. Oh, okay. You're Maddie's little brother. Hi. Yeah. So, if you're starting animating, just work with whatever you can. Learn some of the principles of animation. There's supposed to be like 12 of them. Really, squash and stretch is the only one you need to know, because if you want to do any bounce animation, that's handy. Silhouette is a handy one, just because if you have a character that you're drawing, you want somebody to be able to recognize them. Like, if you think about why Disney's so successful, it's because Mickey Mouse has a recognizable silhouette, and if you see Mickey Mouse's head, you know it's Mickey Mouse. Like, with my character, see, I'll go back here so I can explain it better. My character has hair that's shaped like this, and even though my hair isn't shaped like this all the time, and it's a caricature of me, um, it's a recognizable silhouette, right? Like if I were to copy the head here and paste it over here, if I made this all black, you'd still kind of be able to tell it was my character. So that bit's handy. But that's character design. Animation's a whole different beast. You really just have to, I guess, pay attention to how things move, and everybody just says do it a lot, and I would argue that that's pretty good advice. There's no right or wrong. I mean, there is a right or wrong way to do it, but people say that you should learn the fundamentals so you can break the rules. Like, there are a lot of Into the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite movies. There are a lot of things in that movie that break a lot of the principles of animation, and they can do that because all the people that work on that movie are talented enough to know that they don't need to do that stuff. I hope that adequately answers your question. I think I might have rambled a bit there. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if my laptop is still crazy loud. That's... Oh. I kind of like the look of this. I think I can move to the next bit. So I think what I'm actually going to do here so I don't screw up this drawing, whoops, is add another layer. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do here is unlock this layer and make it gray. I tend to make my rough layers gray when I actually get to doing the real line work so I can tell what's important and what isn't. Also, I'm going to slide this down a bit. There we go. Yeah. I also want to figure out how to stream concurrently on other, like, platforms. Because I think it could be cool to have the same chatting and art stream live on YouTube, on Instagram, maybe on TikTok too. I don't know. I'm trying to diversify my platforms a little bit. Wait, this is the layer I want. Yeah. I'm just going to note that this is the rough layer. And I'm going to lock that puppy. And I'm going to insert a blank keyframe here. And now we're going to be drawing some Burks. Armagerd, Gersperms, Burks. I don't know who let me have a microphone or speak or open my mouth. Actually, I'm going to make this guy go like this too, so I can see the Burks I'm drawing. So how's self-quarantine treating everyone, huh? Everybody better be staying inside, or I'ma come through, and it will not be pretty. It's midnight. Oh man, what time zone are you in? You must be very far away. For me... Woo! Yeah, for me it's just past noon, so... Man. It's still really wild to me to think that there'll be people that tune into these streams, or even just, you know, watch videos on my channel or my friends' channels that are in, like, completely opposite time zones. And it's tricky because of the internet, I've started making friends that live in other places. Like, I'll be on Discord. And I'll be catching up with, like, YouTube friends. I'll be like, oh, man, what time is it for you? And they're like, oh, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, what? Are you nocturnal just to talk to me? That's really sweet. I'm like, no, I'm getting work done. I'm like, okay. Oh, that was ugly. I gotta fix that line. I gotta stop saying that too. I'm trying to do a thing right now where I stop undercutting my own art. Because, and this kind of goes back to the animation thing we were talking about a minute ago, I find that a lot of beginner artists, myself included, because I like to view myself as a beginner, I'm only 20, have a really bad habit of kind of talking down at their own work. And it doesn't really help you improve. What microphone do you use? Oh, no mistakes at all. Honestly, cool that we have somebody here from the Netherlands, and your English is perfect. Saber, aren't you from the Netherlands? Anyway, my microphone is an Audio Technica AT2020. When I started out, I used a Blue Snowball, which I still have and I use occasionally for audio demos. And those tools serve you pretty well. You can get a Snowball for, I think, like $30, and it'll do everything you need it to do. Just, you gotta get that and like a $5 pop filter, and you are set, baby. These books aren't looking like books anymore. Hello? I left a reminder to drink water. Ah. Yummy. I'm from DK and can't spell. Denmark. Oh, that's so cool. I knew a guy in high school that did foreign exchange in Denmark. And it sounded like he had a great time. Denmark seems like a really cool country. What else we got? I'm from the Philippines and it's currently 1 a.m. here. I would say get you some sleep, but I can't really talk because we got 2 people from the Philippines. Awesome. Yeah, I am a really bad nocturnal gremlin. I sometimes stay up until 5 a.m. on accident because my circadian rhythm just does not exist. So I can't really judge anyone for staying up that late. I love a random reminder to drink water. Yeah, I have to do that for myself. I don't know why it is. I don't really get thirsty at all. If I've gone on a run, the inside of my mouth will be dry. Is that what thirst is? Because I can't. It's not like hunger where I'm like, oh, I need to drink water. Sometimes my mouth will be dry and I'm like, I could go for some water. But, if I don't, if I, have you washed your hands? I have. I've washed my hands 3 times today. I'm really trying to take this whole thing seriously. But yeah, I have really bad habits with water, and I'm trying to get better about it. CAD U37 want to practice voice acting. Go for it. Honestly, I've been wanting to get more into voice acting myself. I really just voice in my own videos, and when I have to do actual characters, that takes a bit more work for me. But I really, really admire a lot of voice actors like Steve Bloom and Tara Strong, and I've always wanted to learn to do that. I want to do more of that, and another thing is I feel like a lot of people get very self-conscious about asking people who make YouTube stuff to do lines for them. And I mean, speaking for myself and speaking for a lot of my friends, everyone is really approachable and everyone wants opportunities to get better at voice acting, at least in my case. If you want lines from somebody, literally all you got to do is shoot them an email. Shoot me an email. I'll voice lines in whatever. I'm happy to. Yeah, I mean, I can do some character voices. Maybe I'll include some of that in the stream. What else do we have? What's your favorite movie? Ooh, that's tricky. I get this question a lot, and I'm a film major, and I still don't have a good answer. If I had to pick a few, probably Into the Spider-Verse, which I have a poster for, which I have not put up yet. Oh, my head's blocking it, but I have that new little fan art wall back there that I'm really stoked about. Yeah, so Into the Spider-Verse. Uh, Spirited Away. That's a big one. The Iron Giant. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Moonrise Kingdom has been a big inspiration for me. Think. It's problematic. There are some things about it that, like, socially I'm realizing are kind of icky. But I do like The Breakfast Club. That's a good movie. I mean, it's a fun watch, but, like, there are things about the storytelling where I'm like, oh no. Molly Ringwald, who was in the movie, wrote a really great article about having her daughter watch it for the first time and having to, like, explain some of the dated social norms. And I really enjoyed the article, and it made me think, like, oh, maybe there are some things about John Hughes movies we should look at differently in retrospect. But those are a few. I'll think about it. I think I have more. I'm pretty much the same for drinking because when I'm drawing or making homework, I forget most of the time to drink. I'm with you. That's why I've been setting myself reminders to drink water. Just because I will forget to do it, like, entirely. Tara Strong for the win. We love Tara Strong. She's wonderful. I wish her nothing but the best. She's so talented. Do you like anime? I do. I've actually been trying to get into more of it. Because I realized recently, I've always had, like, a casual interest in it. Like, I've seen odd episodes of, like, Soul Eater or whatever. Cowboy Bebop was, I think, the first one that I watched all the way through. I've seen some Attack on Titan. I need to sit down and watch that one. I think that this quarantine will be a great opportunity to do a lot of that. But I realized recently how biased, like, film as a business is against, anime and, like, that stuff. Because Your Name was not nominated for Best Animated Feature, which I have a ton of problems with. But I loved that movie. I love all the Ghibli movies. I've been needing to watch more of it as a genre. So I do like anime. I just need to watch more of it. Let's see. Do Toilet is good. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say that, like, it's a good thing that exists. I've been wanting to practice more animating at the moment. I only have rough animator, though. Any tips for staying motivated? That's tricky. I would say, and this has been a big issue for me with this channel specifically, I would say do what you enjoy. That's the best way to stay motivated. They say if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. That's BS. There are some days where I really don't want to animate, and I choose not to. Luckily, in the animation process, there are a lot of things you can do that aren't specifically animating. So, like, some days I'm like, okay, I can shoot live action bits of a video, or okay, I can edit a video, or I can write a video. And I find that I write a lot more videos than I actually produce, just because I have a lot of fun writing, and I think at the core of every good storyteller is a writer. So I do a lot of writing when I am not feeling up to animating. But I mean, you'll notice that the videos on this channel have changed a lot since I started. Like, initially I was just doing the storytime format, and as the channel progressed, I realized, wait a second, I'm just doing the odd ones out. I'm not doing Eli. So, find what you really, really, really enjoy doing, and that isn't necessarily one kind of animation, and what you enjoy doing might change, and that's okay. So I would say motivate yourself by drawing what you love, making what you love making, and not letting those things define you because they might change. Where can I send fan art to you? Anywhere. I mean, tag me with it on Instagram. My handle is at Elimations. Send it to me on Twitter. Send it to my email, which is on the About page of the channel. I accept it anywhere. I love receiving it. Like, I recently, you can't see it super well. I set up this whole wall behind me that I'm going to have just for fan art, and I want it to be in the backgrounds of videos. When Marnie was there, oh, I've been meaning to see that one. Oh, my sister and my dad saw it, and they loved it. That one's not Ghibli, is it? I think it's like Ghibli affiliated, maybe? I don't know, but I've been meaning to check that one out. I think I'm gonna watch. I think I'm gonna watch a bunch of it while we're on this break. Watch Ponyo. Ponyo is one of the one Ghibli movies that I haven't seen, and it's weird because it's one of the few that's actually come out while I've been alive. Which is a weird thought. I think it's that. Spirited Away was 2000? Yeah, it's Spirited Away, Ponyo. Did Castle in the Sky come out? There was another one that came out. There's something in the wind. The Wind Rises. That one came out when I've been alive, I think. Yeah, but I really want to see Ponyo because I remember seeing ads for it when I was little and not knowing what it was. Watch Attack on Titan. I might start that tonight. Me and my friend Autumn are trying to do this thing where we watch a bunch of movies. Like, we have a nightly watch party so we can get cultured and watch some movies. Last night I watched one called Super Dark Times, and it was very Stephen King-y, and it was about these teenagers and murder and living in the Northeast, and it was a fun movie. Would recommend. I have a tough time sitting down and doing it, even if I enjoy it. I know the feeling, and it's tricky when and I might be projecting a little bit. It's been tricky for me because I've been doing animation so long that my identity is kind of tied to it in a lot of ways. So I have a bad habit of kind of making myself feel inadequate when I'm not animating. And I would say that it's not something to feel bad about because even the people who do it every day, it's still a job. And it's not going to be fun every day. And that's fine. And I would say if it's a hobby, let it be a hobby. If you really love it, you have to find out what works for you. And I still am figuring that out a lot of the time. Like, there's a lot of days where I still can't get any work done. And I get really down on myself about it. And that's another thing I'm trying to stop doing. But I think with ADHD as well, I sometimes have a really hard time getting motivated even when I like stuff. So, I would say do it when you feel like it. And if it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not going to be fun every day. But make it be about what you want it to be about. Like, there was something I saw about somebody, I think it was Andrew Price, who is one of my heroes in regard to 3D animation, said, if you like drawing cute girls, draw cute girls. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, as long as you're not being, like, creepy about it. But, like, if you like drawing a specific thing, draw a specific thing. Like, I have a friend, she does a lot of human portraits, but she also really loves drawing dogs because she loves, like, putting together quadruped characters. And she has sold them as commissions. And people will buy, like, pet portraits from her. And it's great because she's from a small town where a lot of people have dogs. And there isn't a huge supported art community. But because she's made it be about what she likes it being about and she's found a market for herself, she's been able to make a good bit of money selling pet commission portraits. I'm going to take a second to stop drawing and respond to comments because I've been working on these books for a while. I have tomorrow a chemistry test, and your live stream helps me to concentrate. I'm glad. I will be your lo-fi beats to study and chill to anime girl. Except instead of drawing in a book with nothing in it, I will draw on this tablet that hopefully has something on it. Hi. Hello. Check Wattpad. Are you talking about Wolf's fanfiction? Because if you are, I'm doing a video on it. I'm very excited about it. I got Nessa and Sultan in a call, and we did a dramatic reading of the first part of the fanfiction, and I will be animating it and putting it online. I'm very excited about that. It should be fun. Anyone here wonder about Tara Strong and Greg Sipes? I think they're voice actors, and I think they're good voice actors. I love Beast Boy and Raven, and they're perfect for each other. Both stellar voice actors. I will steal your cookies. No, you won't. No, not allowed. My cookie. Mine. No, you stay away. Mine. Have you seen My Neighbor Totoro? Yes. That is also on my list of favorite animated movies. What I love about that one is that it doesn't try to be anything that it's not. Making animation on the stream in my room. Sweet, nice. That's not very quarantine of you. Darn. I recommend Silent Voice. Haven't seen it yet, but it looks good. I've heard of that one. I'll check that out. I'll put that on the list. Are you still awkward? Oh yeah. Yeah, no. I've been seeing a lot of videos recently of people being like, this self-quarantine thing is what I've been doing all along. And I'm like, relatable. No, I've gotten better. I'm definitely more extroverted than I was when I started doing this. I have a ton more friends now. I also think that I've kind of gone from being an introvert to an ambivert, so some days I want to see people and some days I want to be alone, and it can be kind of tricky to figure out which one it is that I want. But yep, still awkward, still a mess. I still am really weird on camera, so I think these streams will be helpful in that regard. Yes, he is. Thanks. Thank you. Shut. Shut. Give me cookie or I'll steal your shoes. No, you won't. I'll fight you. I don't care if you're a baby. I'll grind your face into the pavement. I hope nobody recorded that. No, cookie mine. My cookie. Be happy you still have legs. I am happy. I actually have found new appreciation for my legs. I grew up with asthma, and I could never run for the longest time. Like, it would make me physically ill. And when I grew out of my asthma, when I became an adult, I realized I really like running. So over the summer, I got really into a really good habit of running every morning before I started working. And I don't do that as much now that I live in the city. But I want to get back into it because I do like my legs. I love drawing books. Yeah, drawing books is fun. I'm having fun with this. It's a little bit tedious, though. I kind of want to move on to the next frame because I figure if I'm going to be uploading animations to TikTok, they should not take as long as YouTube animations. Like, if they're going to be under a minute, they should be relatively short. Everybody on TikTok is going to flame the way I drew these books. Or not, maybe. I was listening to a podcast yesterday that said, if you ever want to put out any content that people actually get to see, you should shoot for a B minus. And that was a really hard thing for me to hear because I spent like 2.5 months on that Drunkle video. And I realized that that is not sustainable. So I'm going to try to not get as in my head about whether something is drawn well or not. Because if I keep doing that, I'm never going to get videos out. And that really sucks. Eli's the best. I do not have a Patreon set up yet. I have been thinking about setting one up because I want to start doing more YouTube stuff. I want to pivot towards doing more YouTube stuff. So stay tuned on that. I might have one eventually. If you want to send me one of those super chat tips through the stream, I think you can do that. I will gladly accept that in the meantime. I think I'm going to call these books done. Oh no! When did this turn red? Eli's the best lo-fi hip-hop girl. You're right. No please, no furry. Hamilton reference. Which drawing tablet do you use? I use the Huion GT191. I think it's the 2nd generation model. It's a... I'll just turn the camera around real quick so you can see. It's a 19-inch display. It's pretty neat. I'm a big fan. Recently, I got an iPad Pro, and I sent it off because right after I bought it, they released a new model. So I'm going to get another iPad Pro, but I think the iPad Pro is my favorite tablet that I've ever used. And I do intend to do a lot more work on it in the coming months because, well, hopefully not in the coming months because of the, coronavirus and everything. But the cool thing about the iPad is because of the sidecar feature, it allows me to actually leave my room and go places to work, which previously I haven't been able to do. I've had to be a gremlin. But yeah, it's the GT191 and the iPad Pro, specifically the 12.9-inch model. And those are my babies. Have you seen Kiki's Delivery Service? I have. I love that movie so much. Yes, I love Kiki's Delivery Service. One of my favorite Ghibli movies. All the Miyazaki movies are cool. Yes, they are. Wow, good job. You're not fat. I guess not. Yeah, I've never really known whether I'm, like, skinny on a technical level or not. I've been told I'm skinny, but I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I used to, like, barely eat. Not intentionally, I was just a super picky eater. So, I was super skinny for a long time. Put on a little bit of chubby and muscle now. But you do be running, though. Yeah, this is way too detailed. You're right. Yeah, that's been one of my favorite things about making animator friends this past year. They'll call me on my BS when I'm spending way too much time on something. Saber's really good about it. Cameron Comics also, he got very on my case when I did that Drunkle video that took 2.5 months. He's like, you better stop spending that much time on animations, otherwise you're not going to get anything out. And I'm like, shut up! You're right, but shut up! So that's cool. I'm also awkward most of the time with people I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it's getting better. I've gotten way better about talking to people. Running is really good for increase in dopamine and so great for work. It's true. And I want to talk about that in the ADHD Part 2 video. Physical exercise can work just as well as stimulant drugs if done the right way. I honestly, I prefer the feeling of good endorphins to the feeling of like a stimulant. Why none clapping? I'm trying to keep it from peaking, but also clapping. I'm clapping. Clap, clap, clap. There you go. You happy? Have you seen Princess Mononoke? No, I haven't. And I hate that I haven't. Because that one's supposed to be one of the best, if not the best, Ghibli movie. I know a lot of people who say that's their favorite. What kind of animation program are you using? I am using Adobe Animate CC 2020. And it's just the normal version. I do use a couple add-ons with it, though, that make things a bit more conducive to the way I work. And those are things that I just discovered as I've, learned about 2D animating more. So I use an add-on by Mega Charlie, who is a wonderful human being, called Boiler, which is how I got that look on the ADHD video where everything looks like it's moving a little bit. It kind of gives you off frames, which gives the drawings a bit more motion without you having to draw a second drawing. So it gives the look that you've done a second drawing to kind of skip between the two to give it that kind of fuzzy look, which I really love. And then I use Cloud Kid's Keyframe Caddy, and I really should buy the pro version. I still just have the trial. But I've gotten way more than the $30 worth of use out of it that the program is asking for. So I should buy that one. But they have a free trial of that available on the Adobe Marketplace. So Animate CC 2020 with those two add-ons. And Keyframe Caddy lets me do lip syncing. I was going to get a Huion 16 Pro, but the virus broke out and they're a China-based company, so shipment's probably slowed down. Yeah, it might be. I found that wasn't true with the iPad that I ordered. I guess I kind of got lucky there. I don't know whether that's going to apply to Huion as well. But I would at least check to see what their shipment times say if you're thinking about getting one, because it could be a good thing to do during the virus. You scared me a bit when you mentioned not eating. Yeah, no, I've never had a problem with deliberately not eating. I've been very lucky in that regard. That has been not a mental health problem that I've suffered from. What else do you have here? Never subbed to this channel. Why did I get this notification? I don't know. It's on you, buddy. Yeah, let's hyperfocus. Yeah, let's hyperfocus. Hyperfocus is one of my favorite things about ADHD. I'm getting absolute tunnel vision right now. And I think streaming helps because it keeps me on task. I need you guys to keep me in check so that I actually get stuff out. Yeah, I hope this just gives you something to listen to while you guys are doing stuff too. Because I mean, whether it's, playing the new Animal Crossing or making a cartoon or just goofing, I think having something to listen to can always be good. YouTube is stupid. Sometimes. I would say it's done a lot of good. A lot of good for the community. When might the part 2 of ADHD come out? That's a good question. I've stopped making firm commitments to when videos come out because I've just been so busy with school and everything. And that's a bummer, but that's just the reality of the situation I'm in now. So I can't say for certain that it'll come out. I'd like for it to come out in the next month or so. I really want to start putting more videos out because I miss doing YouTube. I don't care if you grind my face into the pavement. When I want a cookie, I get my cookie. Ree! Not happening. My roommate and his boyfriend left. and they left without their whole thing of Oreos, and don't tell them, but I intend to eat those Oreos. I'm gonna do it. Do you like air? Yeah, I'd say I'm a fan. I always thought if I was an Avatar, I'd be either an airbender or a waterbender. I think I'd be a waterbender because I don't think I could live with being a monk. Like, all the love to Aang and those people, but, like, that just seems like a hard life, you know? Cookie Monster is watching you. Have you seen Adhd? Have you seen The Cat Returns? No, and as you're saying that, I'm realizing how few Ghibli movies I've actually seen. I'm a fraud. I'm supposed to be an animator, and I haven't seen any Ghibli movies. Oh, wait, I forgot to do a shadow here. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to steal this shadow and move it over here. Have you seen Howl's Moving Castle? I have. I like that one. What do you think about XP pen tablets? I have not used one. I would like to. Cameron Banker in my stream? What? How did you get here? I haven't used an XP pen tablet. I'd love to give one a try. I had a tablet company reach out to me recently about doing a review, and I think it was a different one, but I might take them up on that because I've been wanting to do tablet reviews and talk about animation technology because technology is another passion of mine. So I might have some opinions on XP pen tablets for you soon. Hi, Cookie Monster. Bye, Cookie Monster. Hello. Do you have your cookies with iced lemonade? No, I usually have them with milk, and I get flamed for it a lot because apparently everyone stopped drinking milk. I don't get it, but everybody stopped drinking milk, even though it's delicious and nutritious and wonderful. How quaint! So this is a fun inside joke. You guys will like this. So my friend Cameron is in here, and he's talking about that one video of Sonic, but it's like the foot fetish Sonic thing. So I will recite some of it from memory for you, just for Cameron's sake. What you doing there, cutie? You want to rub my feet? How quaint! They're so stinky. I hated doing that. I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. Maybe I'll do that again. We'll see. Have you seen Nausicaa? No, I have not. I will toss that on the list as well. You know what? I'm going to actually start making a list of movie recommendations you guys send me right here on the side. I also have yogurt here I should probably eat because I keep forgetting to eat. Let's see. Cat Returns. Secret Life of Arietti. Little Eli looks cute. Thank you. Yeah, I had fun. I actually figured out I want to draw like baby Eli in the ADHD video, and I've been drawing him that way since. I wonder why. I wonder why your Oreos are missing. Okay. No, you didn't. Door to my apartment's locked. I'm here alone. Bite you. What do you use to animate and draw digitally? Sorry for the... Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, I use the Huion tablet, the GT191, and I use Animate CC to animate. Princess Mononoke. Yep. Thank you. I knew I forgot one. Oh, and Ponyo. Gun is good. Shotgun. Okay. I'm going to add scribbles to the book. And then it's going to zoom into the book. And you guys are going to love what it says. You guys are going to love this. You ready? You ready? It's done. All right. Now we're going to what it says in the book. Wait. Okay, yeah. So then it goes into the book. I'm sorry. I had to. Nerf or nothing. We do like Nerf guns. I miss having Nerf wars. I just know my mother's gonna come back while I'm drawing this. Apparently she's been watching this. What are you? Krishna! How are you, man? It's been a minute. Pickles, heavy sigh. Cameron. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This stream has gone off the rails. I need to start drawing again. This is a disaster. I'm sorry, guys. I had to. For TikTok. Good job, chat. He turned himself into a pickle. Funniest thing I've ever seen. Maybe I'll skip this and come back to it, because this is clearly inciting a riot. Actually, no, I'm going to finish this. I regret nothing. Mamma mia. Do you like food? Yeah. Yeah, I like food, okay? I'm great, bro. How are you? I'm good. Having a good old time in the apocalypse. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying healthy, trying to Sorry about that. I'm not sure whether it dropped or not. Oh, are we back up? Sorry about that, guys. My computer's been doing some funky stuff recently. All right. Yep, we're back up. Okay, back to drawing. What all did we lose? Oh, good, we lost this stupid pickle stuff. Okay. Have you seen the Cats movie, and if so, what do you think about it? I have not seen Cats yet. I would kind of like to. I saw the actual play for the first time last fall, and it caught me super off guard, and I'm not gonna front, I didn't really like it. It doesn't have a plot. Andrew Lloyd Webber kind of quirky though, but nevertheless, I would like to see the movie because it seems like a fun train wreck. What's it like being healthy? Couldn't tell you. This is my breakfast. I'm just eating yogurt with chocolate. I'm probably gonna eat a whole box of Oreos later. Wow, I really hate that this is what I'm drawing. This is what my life has come to. I'm gonna zoom out a bit more so I can get the whole thing in the loop. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash again. If it does, I think I might have to call it for today. Yup. Yep. Do you like snacks? Yeah, I'd say so. I'm pretty pro snack, if I'd say. You need more subscribers. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I'd like to start putting out content because I feel like, you know, me actually releasing stuff is what merits, you know, more people following my work. Hey Daniel, how you doing? All these Adobe programs taking up all that space. It's true, they do. I'm trying to get better about optimizing my space and backing up my stuff and being cyber secure and everything. And that's been a tricky adjustment. What's your favorite type of candy? My friend Maddie, who was in the chat earlier, got me this huge bag of Kit Kats. Kit Kats are my favorite. Sour Patch Kids are a close second. Cookie Monster is the only person I stan. True. Do you like drinks? Depends who's asking and depends what kind. Content. Yep, content. New content coming soon. And Eli, of course, the stream started 69 minutes ago. I'm done. No, I'm not. She says, "Aw, my heart." Have you seen Grave of the Fireflies? I love that movie. It's sad. Where are you reading your chat from? I think you were having big lag. Yeah, there's about a minute of delay, maybe. More like 30 seconds. I think that's just kind of inevitable. I also think I might be on the wrong Wi-Fi network, so I think that might get better. No poker face. Nope, I don't have one. It's true. You know what the worst part of this is? I think I have to look up a reference image of Pickle Rick, which I really hate. I have to draw a sensual pickle. Oh, I can't believe it. You're a human. That's true. I'm actually a reptile, so. I just Googled Pickle Rick, and that is in my search history now. Oh, I forgot he has a unibrow. I haven't seen that show in, like, years. I think his nose is smaller. I think I'm doing this wrong. Why am I drawing this? What? Why? How do you betray cookie for cereal? I like both. I'm probably going to be eating a lot of both. No poker face, no poker face, no poker face. Why are you spamming the chat? Do you like video games? I do. I haven't gotten to play enough recently. Alright, I'm gonna have to mute you if you keep spamming the chat. So what have you been doing in quarantine? Drawing an animation all day? Yes, and I'm having such a great time with it. No poker face. Because why not? Because I want to see chats from other people too. There's no reason to, like, fill up the chat. Do you like the Wii? I do like the Wii. The Wii is the best thing. What do you play on? I used to play on my PC when I still had one, but I recently sold it because it stopped working. So lately, I mean, I've obviously just kind of been on my Mac, so there hasn't been too much I've been able to play. My roommate's boyfriend has a Switch, and my other friends have a Switch, and I'll go over and play with them occasionally. Pickle Rick is a gamer. What's your favorite video you've ever made? I have not said this yet. Do not apologize. Feel free to ask me anything. My favorite video that I've made is probably the ADHD video, and the Drunkle video is a close second. And I think the ADHD video pulls ahead because I think the message is important, and also because I think the writing is better than on the Drunkle video. I think with the Drunkle video, I got caught up way too much in the technical stuff, like making it look pretty, and it became less about the storytelling and more about how pretty the animation was. And I love how the video turned out. It's just, it only really makes sense to people who were on that trip. So that's something I would change about that video if I could go back. But I think it's the ADHD video narrowly. Yeah. I have ADHD, that's why I'm spamming. I loved Brawl. I loved Smash Bros. Brawl, and everyone gets on my case about that, but I really enjoyed that game. Also, it was the only one that was available for the longest time to play, so I got used to the quirks. But yeah, Wii Sports Resort. Wii Play was fun. I played the crap out of that tank game. And what else? You know what my favorite one was? Excitebot's Trick Racing, and nobody had played it. No, nobody that I've talked to has played it, but I actually, and this is a very controversial take, I think it's a better game than a better racing game than Mario Kart Wii. Okay, first of all, having ADHD is not sad. Um, it's not necessarily a bad thing, and that's part of what the video was about. And second, um, it's not an excuse to spam the chat. That's just being kind of annoying. How do you feel about COVID? I mean, bad. It's kind of a mixed bag because I very much needed the extra time off to work on stuff that I care about. But it's a bummer because I'm scared for my family and everything. I played Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, that game was cool. I missed that one. I've heard good things about Odyssey, though. I don't have a Switch. I'd like to get one. I'm just very broke. And if I had one, I'd be worried about it, taking away the time that I already don't have to make videos. What was your favorite year in the 2010s? Oh, that's tricky. Controversial take. I think 2016 might have been my favorite. A lot of people didn't like that year. That was like the one year of high school that was really, really good for me. So that year was good. I liked 2013 was rough. 2014 I loved. All right, I'm sorry. I gotta mute you. I'm sorry. I don't like having to do that, but like it defeats the whole purpose of the stream if you guys are asking questions and one person is just talking. What type of music do you like? I like a lot of different types. It's kind of tricky because someone will ask what like my favorite genre or favorite song is, and I do not have a very good answer just because let's see. I like some EDM. I would say generally speaking my favorites are like indie alternative bedroom pop type stuff. I'm learning very slowly to play the guitar and make music and produce music, and I want to do some of that on the channel at some point. But I like a little bit of EDM. I like some rap. I've gotten more into rap recently. I would say in 2020 I'm most looking forward to the new Porter Robinson album. Do you like the beach? I love the beach. I was actually just down there for a few days. It was honestly a great way to start the whole COVID thing because I think if I'd been at home I would have gotten really bummed, but I was at the beach, so. What's your favorite movie? I tell people it's the Iron Giant because that's the easiest answer. That's definitely in my top 5, but I don't think I could actually pick one if I tried. I just like too many movies. I love 2019 and 2018 because I learned how to edit. That's awesome. Editing is a super great skill. Do you still do 3D modeling? I try to. It's a bit trickier to make time for it now. But yes, I still try to make time for it because I'm actually just as passionate about the 3D stuff as the 2D stuff. A lot of times I actually prefer working in 3D, but I haven't been doing it as much recently. I want to get back into it more though. Where do you live? I am from Florida. I live in Florida, and that is all you get. Porter Robinson's Shelter made me depressed for a week. Oh, me too, man. It's a good song. It's actually, despite Porter and Madeon being like my two of my favorite artists of all time, it's actually not my favorite song of either of theirs. I like it a lot, and I think it's fantastic. It's not my number one though. Do you know any coding? I know a little bit of AppleScript. I started learning Swift recently because I just bought an iPad and I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if I made some cool 3D stuff for the iPad? So I'm learning that. I would love to sit down and actually learn Python because I feel like that's a very handy one to know. Java would be cool to learn. Um, but I'm also not a very math oriented person, so I tend to only use programming and learn programming when I'm doing it for a reason and I have like a specific purpose for doing it. Do you like money? I I would say I do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty on the side of money. I'd like to make more of it, but it's tricky where I'm at right now. But ideally, me and money will have a much better relationship in the next year. Ah, look at this little idiot. He drooling. What are you making? What for? Um, well, it's embarrassing, but right now I'm making a TikTok. I I had this idea and I'm like, this is too short to do a video on the channel, but I could put it on TikTok because I set that up and I've been wanting to put stuff on it. Do you like coffee? I do. I've been getting more into it recently. I kind of have this genetic thing. Me and my mom both don't like coffee, or didn't like coffee, I should say. And then this year came around, and school became super duper busy and intensive, and I started drinking Dunkin' Mocha cold brew, and ever since then I've developed a taste for it. I'm like, oh, this is stimulating. I can be awake in the morning? What? So, yeah, ever since then, I've liked coffee a bit more. And I don't drink it a ton. It's definitely not an every morning thing for me, but... Boondocks. I have not seen the Boondocks. I've been meaning to watch it, though. I'm putting that on the list. Man, it's wild. Even as an animator, it's so easy to not see all this good animation. What's your TikTok? It is Elimations with an underscore at the end, because somebody else had Elimations. Just normal Elimations. And I have not put anything good on it yet, but I want to. My body can't handle coffee drink. It makes my head in pain. Yeah, caffeine can be a lot. I've been meaning to drink more tea as well, because you mentioned that. I like tea a lot. It's like cooking, you know? You gotta sit down and do it. And it's so much easier to get a coffee than to get a tea, I guess. But I've been meaning to drink more tea because I really like tea. Have you seen Gravity Falls? I have, and it is one of my favorite shows of all time. Alex Hurst is a genius. He's one of my personal heroes. And I think that show is a masterpiece. Have you seen Gravity Falls? Do you like glitch text or Kipo? I started Kipo, and I really like the art of Kipo. I've been meaning to check out glitch text because the stuff I've seen on Twitter has been really cool. I love the art style a ton, and the characters seem really sweet. So I'm gonna give that one a look this week, adding it to the list. But I have started Kipo, and I adore Kipo. I think Kipo deserves the world. Stupid pickle man. You follow so many people. I do. It's bad. I have a bad habit of, like, anytime someone puts out even one good TikTok, I'm like, I must follow. And every time I see somebody doing art on TikTok, I have to follow them because I'm like, this is TikTok. There aren't that many artists. We have to all support each other. So whenever I see a good artist, I'm like, follow, follow, follow. I also follow a lot of cute girls, but that's unrelated. Do you like cooking? I kind of do when I get to. I think it's going to the grocery store that I hate a lot. And I think that right now doesn't make it any easier. How long does it usually take for you to make a video worth of animation? Well, it depends on the video, right? This one, I will have no trouble getting done in a few hours because it's like a minute long. And there's no like lip syncing or anything. But I mean, depending on if it gets really complicated, like the Drunkle video that I did, that one was just a full month of working like 18-hour days. I can't eat chocolate. It gives me headaches. Oh, that's a bummer. Chocolate's great. We love chocolate in this house. Do you like the internet? I do. I think a lot of good things have come from the internet. Also a lot of bad things. I think that it's a good thing overall that it exists, and I think that we as a species will adjust to it being a reality the longer it exists. What do you think about the 2020 version of Animate? I like it so far. I like the facelift. It's a lot prettier than it was. It still doesn't work quite as well as I'd like it to. Like, it's got a steep learning curve, so I haven't sat down to actually learn it. But Toon Boom works a lot more smoothly than Animate does still. and as much as I love the facelift on Animate and how much like prettier and more intuitive it is now, it still crashes a lot more, and it still has like ridiculous technical limitations that prevent you from doing things that are too long or too crazy. So that's a bummer. But overall, I would say I love the 2020 version relative to the other versions of Animate. Who's your favorite character in Gravity Falls? Whew, that's tricky. Probably between Seuss and Wendy. Because we love Seuss, and Seuss is wonderful. But also, Linda Cardellini is just great in everything she's in. We stand Linda. How come you live in Florida? I ask myself that a lot. I was raised here. I was born here. I'll probably move when I finish school. I think I'll probably end up in California when I finish school because I've been out to San Francisco and I've been out to LA, and I like both of them better than where I live now. I think it'll be a better environment for me doing what I do. And I mean, I love where I live. It's just there's not really much business doing what I do there. Like, it's been really hard finding freelance work, which has been a big part of why so much of what I do has become YouTube. But yeah, I will likely relocate within the next couple years. So we'll see. Have you seen Final Space? No, I haven't. And I love Olin Rogers. It's just tricky because all of these shows are very time consuming, and they're all on different streaming services. But I swear to God, I really have been meaning to check out Final Space because it's been recommended to me so many times. I forgot you like Gravity Falls. Yeah. I'm pretty open for my love of that show. I think it's like nearly perfect. I wish they did more Wendy episodes. She was really underused. I agree. She was such a cool character, and as big of a crush as I had on Wendy, I think, at the time, like watching the show, being younger, I think that she was reduced to a love interest a lot of the time, and it was a bummer. She was such a cool character, and she had so much personality, and Linda Cardellini played her so well, and she just kind of got reduced to being Dipper's crush a lot of the time, which was a real bummer. Kind of a waste of the character. And that's one of the ways the show is not perfect. Did you freak out when it snowed? It hasn't snowed here in a few years, but best believe I was very excited. I'm not like a lot of other Florida people in that I actually had seen snow prior. I spent some time in North Carolina growing up, so I'd played in snow before. It was just weird seeing it in my backyard because it had never been in my backyard. So that part was cool. Do watch it. It has a second season. Yeah, I've heard there's a second season of Final Space. I've heard such good things. I actually have like a mutual connection who I think is a story supervisor or a writer on the show. So I've been meaning to check it out so I can reach out to this guy and talk to him about it. I watched your video today and it's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been trying to get more of them done. It's a time-consuming process, but I love it. Yes, I love Wendy and Dipper. Yeah, they're great. They're both such great characters. Alex Hirsch just has such a knack for like telling compelling stories. this is the part that I hate the most. I am awful at drawing crossed arms. So bear with me. This might take like five attempts. Oh, God. Okay. Goodbye, man. Thanks for coming to the stream. I'm sorry things got weird with the whole spamming thing. I really wanted everyone else to be able to, like, you know, talk as well. Like, if it was a smaller stream, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. I just, you know, it, like, gets to me when people repeat messages. Do you do any character design? I do. I have a bunch of screenplays and stories that I'm writing that have a lot of original characters in them. And a lot of them I'm still figuring out, like, what exactly they look like and everything. But yes, I do. I do some character design, and I have a lot of fun with it. That's passable. This looks all right. Shooting for B+ work. I think what I might do in the future is cap streams at like an hour, unless they're like a benefit stream or something. Because I've thought about doing charity streams. I think that could be fun. But I think what I might do during this whole, you know, virus thing, I might do daily streams while I'm working, just to motivate me to keep working. Do you like what you do? Oh, I love what I do. There's nothing I would rather be doing. And I've found that, like, recently, as I've tried to do other stuff, like, I've done a lot more live action film stuff recently, and I haven't been able to post a lot of it because it's all, you know, like, private and whatever. But wait, am I drawing on the rough layer? Oh, okay. Yeah, hi. It's down again. My B. I think it's back up now. I think my computer's just kind of had it for today. There's been a bug. I recently updated to the newest operating system, and it's been doing this freezing thing. So I think the streams can be longer when I sort that out, but I think I'm gonna call it for today. So I'm gonna give it a second to let it catch up. But if there's any other questions anyone wants to ask, I'll stick around for another few minutes and we can call it. When did you decide to do YouTube? So it was, well, that's tricky. Which time? The first time, it was a conscious decision where I'm like, yeah, I want to make YouTube videos because I think I'd be good at it. And that was when I was uploading, like, Minecraft type stuff. And I had fun with that. It was never something that I took super seriously. But I did that for a few years, and then I called it, and I was done for a while. And then I started uploading little experiments, like the time lapses, the Mystery Shack and the Planet Express time lapses on my, you know, the channel that was associated with my name. And I've actually had Elimations registered as a name since like 2015, 2016. So I started doing that, and then and then about a year and a half into that is when I started doing storytime stuff, and I did one, and I did it in Blender, and it was not great. I left it up because I've had a really bad habit in the past of, like, deleting videos that I'm not crazy about. So I left it up, And I came back to it like a year later when I was graduating high school. And yeah, so that was when I decided to do YouTube. And it was at that point it was really just me messing around and trying to get good at 2D animation because I figured I'm gonna have to do a lot of this later. So I did a lot of it, and now we're here. Oh, bye guys, bye bye. You're all leaving. I'm gonna stick around for another minute. Favorite color? Green. Green. It's the hair. Yeah, I. It used to be. My parents told me recently that I used to like red, and that seems completely backwards now. Like I never pictured myself being a red guy. But no, green. Green all the way. That's why I chose the hair color I did. And I've never actually had green hair. I just chose that because I thought it would stick out in thumbnails. Would do I pass time in middle school? Oh, in middle school I played a lot of Minecraft. And that was part of how I got into 3D animating. 2D was Flipnotes, 3D was Minecraft. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I did all through middle school. I don't really have a favorite color. I mean, I get it. There's a lot to choose from. I don't have a favorite movie or a favorite song because it would just, it's hard to commit to things like that when there's so many things you like. When did you start drawing? It's a common answer. I've just always kind of done it. It's never really something that I've consciously done. I started doodling and I couldn't stop. And in school I was fidgety and it would help me focus on what the teacher was saying because I'm an auditory learner. So I would draw in class and the teachers would get mad at me for drawing in class and I kept drawing anyway. And I'm like, wait a second, I like doing this and I like coming up with characters and I love drawing robots. And so I kept doing it. It was never really a conscious starting to draw. It was just always something I did. How did you pass in middle school? Do you still have your DS? I do not, unfortunately. It's a bummer. I sold it to buy my MacBook, which is what I used to start 3D animating. So I sold the thing that I used for 2D animation to start doing 3D animation. And then I realized later, wow, wait, I wish I could still play all those DS games. What do you like to play? That's tricky. Like I said, Minecraft. Minecraft's fun. I've been avoiding it for a little while. I've been like playing it more tentatively, just because I need to not get hooked on that again because that was all I did through middle school. What else do I like? I liked Overwatch when that was a thing. I liked Team Fortress 2. I loved the Portal games. What else? I played a lot of Halo, bit of Call of Duty. Metal Gear Solid 5. That is the only Metal Gear game I've played, but I loved it to death. So I played that. Whew. What else? Do you have pets? I have a few. So, my roommate has a betta fish named Leaf, and I'm feeding him right now. He's not mine, but he's a sweet boy. He's a good fish. At my parents' house, I have two cats, and they're named Mac and Tosh, and that is a play on words. MAC and TOSH. I didn't know I was going to be wanting to edit professionally 2 years later. It's a goal I want to reach. Go for it. Editors are so undervalued, and everyone is constantly in need of good editors. Go for it. Editing is super cool. I can't do it for super long. Like, it drives me nuts. I might hire an editor eventually. But more power to you. Bye, I'm head out. Oh, bye. Thanks for coming. Have you seen Lost in Space? I've seen a couple episodes of the old one because my dad is a big fan of the old one, and I've seen a few episodes of the new one, and I couldn't get hooked on it. I might pick it back up since I have all this time. But it's cool. Danger, Will Robinson. I like to draw too, but it always looks like shit. So how do you get better at drawing? So who was it that said it? I think it was Chuck Jones, who, Chuck Jones drew all the old Looney Tunes cartoons back in the day, and when someone would ask him how he got good at drawing, they said, "My drawings are not great. How do I get good at it?" And the way that he described it, and the way I like telling it to people, is you have 999 bad, awful, shitty drawings in your pencil that are not good, and they're gonna be bad. But you have to get those 999 drawings out of your pencil before the first good one pops out. Just like imagine you're blowing bubbles. You blow like 30 awful bubbles out of a bubble wand, and they all pop before you get the one ginormous one. So look at it that way. You have to push out all those bad drawings before you learn the fundamentals and start enjoying it, and it starts getting easier. Do you like video game music? I like some. The other day I was listening to the Pokemon soundtrack and the Red battle because I forgot how awesome that music was. I don't find myself listening to OSTs or like video game soundtracks a lot. I like them. I think the art behind them is really cool. I should probably listen to more. But no, I tend to listen to like, songs. Do you play an instrument or can you sing? I'm learning guitar, albeit very slowly, but I'm hoping that with the whole virus thing going on, I'll have more time to focus on that. I got this... I just knocked a bunch of stuff down. I got this little MIDI controller for Christmas that I've been learning how to use, and it can be battery powered, so I've been learning to do drum patterns on this. So I'm picking that up. I've been learning music production in Logic, and I like to think I can sing. I need to get more open about it. I feel like I can sing well. Maybe I'll do a singing stream. Who knows? But yeah, I like to think I can sing. I can sort of kind of play the guitar. I can play a little bit of MIDI controller piano, and I can kind of produce in Logic. And I want to put out some music this year, hopefully. And I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call this stream done for today. But I think I'm gonna do like maybe an hour worth of streaming every day, just so I can get comfortable talking to people, get in front of the camera more, and engage with you guys more, because the videos take ages to get out. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for asking me a bunch of questions. I really love getting to talk to you guys directly. But you guys are the best, and I'm gonna have this TikTok thing out hopefully by the end of the day, and a new video out this next week. New video out this next week. So I'll be streaming, working on that hopefully tomorrow, and I will catch up with you guys later. Oh, Marco's here now. Sorry, Marco, I'm leaving. Bye. Love you guys.